Episode 2. Secure a wife. Needing a wife for the interview, Lloyd calls Frankie and dresses him as a woman. However, he and Anya do not like the result. Frankie complains, stating that Lloyd could have done a better job with the makeup, but Lloyd explains this is the best he can do with his physique and height. Recalling the goal of Operation Strix, Twilight has no choice but to look for a wife. At Berlin City Hall, Camilla gossips about a thief entering their office and only searching the drawers for information about the girls. However, Millie finds the section chief way creepier as he always ogles her. Sharon states it is due to the short skirts Millie wears, but Millie explains it is because her boyfriend likes them. They see Yor making coffee for the section chief and suggest adding boogers, but Yor wonders if that will make the coffee taste better. Seeing how aloof she is, they comment, the guys are probably staying away from her, but she has a nice body and face, and if she uses better clothes and makeup, she will be quite attractive. Yor is fine with her job, but Camilla points out she is 27 and still single. And with the increase in spies, people have started reporting anything that is a bit suspicious, including a recent case where neighbors reported a single woman in her late 20s, and she was taken for questioning. Camilla states she is having a party this weekend and invites Yor to come with a partner. Later that night, Yor receives a call from her brother Yuri. He worries about her since she is a bit unusual and wonders when she will get married. Yuri explains there is a chance he will be promoted and will become even busier but is worried about leaving Yor alone. He suggests introducing her to someone, but Yor lies that she is going to a party this weekend with a partner. Hearing it is at Camilla's party, Yuri says he will ask Dominic about what type of guy Yor is dating and will chase him away if needed. As he hangs up, Yor starts to wonder what to do and fears that Yuri will lose even more trust in her if he discovers she lied. The phone rings again and Yor rushes to pick it up to tell Yuri she was joking. However, it is the shopkeeper on the other end, and he states he has a client for the Thorn Princess at Royal Hotel, room 1307. Yor heads to the location, where the guards tell her the floor is reserved and she needs to leave. Yor states she heard traitorous scumbags are staying there and kills the guards with blades. Entering the room, she explains she is there to kill Vice Minister Brennan from the auditing department and proceeds to kill everyone inside. Yor is an assassin with the codename Thorn Princess, who has been taught these skills since a young age and has been doing dirty work since then. As she washes the blood off, she sees she ruined her only good dress. Looking at the people she killed and recalling she needs a partner, Yor states the only homemaking skill she has is cleaning. The next day, Frankie gives Lloyd copies of all files of unmarried women from the city hall. Finding a woman who does not care he is divorced with a kid, is refined enough for a prestigious school, and is willing to get married within 48 hours would be a miracle. Anya wonders if her presence is a problem, but Lloyd assures her that it is not and tells her to watch TV. Frankie wonders why Lloyd does not use a female agent from his work, but Lloyd states he could not find a good match since many of them got caught in recent spy hunts. In addition to the shortage of agents, Lloyd has an extra mission to eliminate a certain smuggling ring. While they go over the files, Frankie suggests the fastest way would be to find a woman with bad circumstances who will cooperate with him. However, Lloyd wishes to avoid any risks. Frankie then points out that Anya is risky as she does not look rich. Lloyd agrees and decides to get Anya some new clothes. Lloyd and Anya go to a tailor, and as Anya is getting measured, Lloyd recalls the files of the women working there. Suddenly, Yor passes behind him without him noticing, bringing the dress she ruined to have it fixed. Lloyd recalls her file, a single woman with both parents deceased and a younger brother who also works as a civil servant with clean records. Yor notices that Lloyd has been staring at her and asks him why. Surprised when she noticed his gaze, Lloyd states he was admiring her beauty. Hearing this and knowing she needs a partner, Yor is about to ask him out, but Anya interrupts. Seeing Lloyd has a child, Yor backs off as she heard that women have been killed by wives for trying to steal their husbands. Reading her mind, Anya learns that Yor is an assassin, and standing next to a spy, Anya gets super excited. Anya then reads Lloyd and Yor's minds as they considered each other as potential partners, but both have decided back off. Anya then starts acting lonely, saying she has no mother. This prompts Yor to ask Lloyd about this, and he explains that his wife died 2 years ago. Upon learning this, Yor decides to ask him to be her partner for the party. After explaining her situation, Lloyd agrees, but on the condition that Yor pretends to be his wife during Anya's school interview, as per his wife's dying wish. Admiring that, Yor agrees to help, and the two then arrange to meet again at Saturday's party. While shopping with Anya, Lloyd receives instructions for his extra mission in a fake coin change from the cashier. Deciphering it, he learns he needs to retrieve stolen art pieces and eliminate the smuggling ring, and he must carry out the mission at 18 p.m. on Saturday, which incidentally is the same day as the party. On Saturday, he decides to take Frankie with him to finish the mission quicker and be able to attend the party. Frankie is against it because he is not good at fighting, and Lloyd has capped his tab. However, Lloyd offers to let him have one of the art pieces, which motivates Frankie. They manage to retrieve the items but face large numbers of enemies, but Lloyd manages to handle them. As backup comes, they get into the van and run. While Frankie wonders which item will go missing, Lloyd sees a diamond ring and decides to take it. But while Frankie argues that it is an expensive item, the reinforcements catch up to them and cause them to crash. Meanwhile, Yor has been waiting for Lloyd, who has failed to arrive. To keep her relationship with her co-workers, she goes to the party alone. There, Yor apologizes for being late and says her partner was unable to come. Her co-workers then gossip that they were sure her boyfriend did not exist. Dominic approaches Yor and is sorry that he could not meet her boyfriend. Yor asks him if he can tell her brother she was with a kind gentleman, but Camilla disagrees and states she will make sure that Yuri learns that she came alone. Yor then sits alone, looking at the crowd and believing this is the normal she can never have. Yor decides to leave, but at that moment, a bloody Lloyd appears, and he apologizes for being late and introduces himself as Yor's husband, mixing up his and her mission. Lloyd explains that he is a psychiatrist and that one of his patients had a violent episode. Camilla is surprised to hear Yor is actually married and asks why she has not said so. Lloyd explains it was probably hard to bring it up as it is his second marriage and he has a child from the first. Camilla gets angry, not wanting to believe that Yor has such a handsome husband. Wanting to embarrass her, Camilla takes out hot gratin and pretends to trip as she throws it at Yor. However, Yor manages to capture the tray with her feet. Lloyd admires her dedication to not wasting food, but points out she must not use her feet to catch the tray. Camilla then tries to tell Lloyd that Yor did some questionable work before working at the city hall, where she was called into hotel rooms to give massages. As that was a cover-up for her assassinations, she attempts to explain it to Lloyd, but he interrupts her stating it was wonderful. Lloyd then explains Yor lost her parents at a young age and did everything to care for her younger brother. And having to sacrifice yourself for someone else requires an incredible amount of dedication. Lloyd and Yor then leave, and Lloyd apologizes for saying he was her husband. The van gets attacked by some of the remaining reinforcements, which causes Lloyd to wonder if there was a tracking device in the art pieces. He explains that some of his patients still have not recovered from the psychotic episodes, and they need to run. They leave the van, and then Lloyd manages to knock out 2 men, explaining that he is using a concussive recovery method. 2 more men attack Lloyd, and he manages to knock the first, but before the second can hit him, Yor kicks him away. She apologizes for helping with the recovery, and claims that she learned self-defense from her brother. To her surprise, Lloyd is amazed by this, and they laugh at how she sent their attacker flying. They continue to run and defeat more men. As they run, Yor suggests they should get married, which shocks Lloyd. Yor's suggestion causes Lloyd fall to the ground, much to her confusion, but he quickly recovers and asks her about her proposal. Yor explains that she is considered suspicious for being single and says that they can remain together for both of their sakes. Lloyd agrees and wishes them to go to the city hall right away to get married. He reaches into his pocket only to find a hole and realizes he has lost the diamond ring. As more men appear and they take cover, Lloyd takes a grenade, pulls the pin, and throws it at the men. As the men explode, Lloyd uses the ring of grenade pin to propose to Yor, and she agrees.